Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit, and I am otherwise known by many names, but one of them, and the most prominent and accurate, would be Lord of the Arena. Well, things are going alright so far for this deck, so let us continue, shall we? Some have been asking whether this will be a daily series. I really don't know at this point. I like to play Hearthstone after I've done with my regular kind of 9 to 6 routine. And I sit down and play it, and I thought, you know, I'll commentate a bit of it when I'm doing my arenas. And that's what this series came out of. It doesn't take away from any of the other content. It's not even done in the same time slot. So, it really... I don't have any big plans for it. You know, I'll do it when I feel like it, and if people like it, that's great. I know that there's quite a lot of episodes, and there's a lot of content coming out about Hearthstone right now. That's kind of to be expected, considering it's very popular. It's really that simple, you know. If there's 100,000 views a video, then why on earth wouldn't you, you know? And especially if you're playing it anyway. This is like the only game I'm currently playing right now, so... At least on a regular basis for fun. All the other stuff I'm playing for work. This I can just play for fun, which is kind of cool. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We'll see what people think about it. I don't really think it matters if not too many people watch it either, honestly, even if it drops significantly, because it's something I like doing, so whatever. And it's not like it's even a lot of work, really. So, shall we continue? So, last time around we had some pretty good luck. We scared the crap out of a Warlock with a very early 8/8 summon, which got him to leave the game, which is pretty good. We played a longer game in the first one, which I felt like I was losing for a while, but it seemed like I was able to get back on top after regaining board control with several key plays, and then I was able to use the strength of this deck, which is the ability to push the tempo beyond what it's supposed to be able to get to, right? That's the strength of it. This is really interesting. That's a hand and a half, isn't it? Good lord. Huh. Alright. Toss the Sunwalker and see what we can get. This is a very unusual hand compared to what I'm used to getting. What I usually hope for is something like a Wild Growth or an Innovate, because that lets me play something beyond the usual pace of what I'm able to do. This deck has quite a lot of that, and it's got a lot of heavy hitters, so that's pretty strong. In this case, I'm going to burn a coin to get a Knife Juggler out immediately, and I'll follow it up with a second Knife Juggler, and then things could get really hilarious really fast. We'll see. 2 Knife Jugglers would be pretty funny, and it can be done and executed very well. I could even pull a Knife Juggler back if it takes maybe 1 damage using the Youthful Brewmaster and play it again, which is kind of ridiculous. He's going to silence that one immediately, so... Well, shuts that down. I mean, that's a good idea. Knife Juggler out that early is pretty ridiculous. I can, of course, pull out another Knife Juggler, and alternatively, I could just Youthful Brewmaster, take him back in the hand, and then I can play him again later, so... You know... That makes the most sense, I think, in that scenario. I mean, maybe I could have waited a little bit with the Brewmaster, because then maybe he could have taken 1 damage. Oh, I'm such a moron. Wow. I just realized that I'm an idiot. I should have attacked first and then done that. Wow, what a stupid misplay. What am I thinking? I was so excited about my idea that I forgot to play proper procedural stuff. I'm such a dumbass. Yeah, you rightfully insult me in the comment section for that. You would be absolutely right in doing so, because I just gave up a 3 free damage that I could have thrown at him. I'm a moron. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, the play we're looking for here is a second Knife Juggler into a Silverhand Knight, because that's a lot of knives going out. And they're pretty dangerous. The fact that he hasn't played anything already, he's 4/4 now, so if he's going to play a Twilight Drake, he's going to play it now. That's assuming he's got one. Is it a Twilight Drake? No, it's a Spellbreaker. Okay. So that's another... Man, he's burned a lot of silence on these two, which is actually pretty good. Like, he won't have a lot of silence in his deck, so that to me is pretty legit. As it stands, though, we are in a situation where this Knife Juggler isn't going to proc that one, so it's not maybe the best play right now. We do have a Wrath. We could just Wrath that out of the way, and I think that's probably the best thing that I can do right now. Then play the second Knife Juggler, and then I can follow up the Silverhand Knight after that. You still get the 2 knives out of it. So, that's what we're going to do. There we go. He's gone, and that's still 6 damage that I can inflict right there. It's pretty good, and there's another Knife Juggler. Cool. So, he's already burnt 2 sources of silence. One of those sources being something which costs quite a bit, I've got to say. So, let's see what we have. Holy Nova. Alright, wipes the board with it. Yeah, go to hell. Yeah, that was a nice play. I wonder what he's got in his hand, though, because he seems to be very limited creature-wise, which makes me think he's got something pretty stompy and scary. So, now I think the best thing to do is play the Silverhand Knight. Probably a good time to play it, because, you know, we have that damage output. And then what we could do after that is... Actually, we can't do that because we won't have the mana for it. I was going to say play Stormwind Knight into Savage Roar for a big turn of damage, but we can't do that because we don't have the mana for it. We'd have to wait again. Alright, let's see what he's got. So he's already done a Thought Steal. Lord of the Arena comes out. Alright. Nasty card. Hate that. Can we get rid of it in one go? We can, but we would have to kill off this to do it. Okay, what options do we have? Nourish. We can gain 2 mana crystals, or we can draw 3 cards. Obviously, the draw 3 cards is preferable at this state of the game, unless you can burn this really early with a coin or an Innovate play. It's not really worthwhile. We have that charge available. That's not going to get it down low enough, and we can't combo it up with the Savage Roar either. I can use the Shapeshift. It's weird taking a 5 damage hit for that, but again, we are talking about, we're trading health. That's what it's for. We trade health for board control. So what we do here is we go... No, this is dumb. What am I doing? I just realized this is a really stupid play. Because I'll lose the Stormwind Knight as well. It's probably best just to Savage Roar and kill him with that. And plus we can... No, we can't. I'm playing silly right now. Alright, I need rid of that. Best way to trade is what? Hit it and then go... Yeah. Let's stick with the original plan at this point. There we go. Don't think so. There we go. I took a big hit there, but I haven't really taken any hits up to this point anyway, so that's not really a big deal. I was getting a little confused with my play there. I was trading out health for board control, which kind of makes sense. He's already burned 1 Holy Nova. Stuff like Mind Control is a risk at turn 8, but he's not going to Mind Control that. Alright, what's he going to do? Power Word Shield. So he's buffing the hell out of this. I don't have any Silence, which is unfortunate. I'm going to have to pick at him. Can we overwhelm it with a Savage Roar? Not with the cards that we have in play right now, anyway. We may have to ignore him for the time being. Charging right in at it. I can't kill it. Yeah, I cannot kill it. There's no point in sacrificing this potential. I may be able to draw something which can neutralize it in some way. Maybe. So I think we Nourish. See what we can get in our hand. Mark of Nature, Soul of the Forest, and a Wild Growth. Okay. I think, well, a Leponome. I'm going to need this for next turn, so I think we can play the Leponome now, or we can gain an empty mana crystal. We don't really need an empty mana crystal. That said, if we do that, we can then play that and that next turn. So we do have a few more options, instead of playing the Leponome this turn. Let's do that. Okay, and we're going to sit around. We're not going to attack him. Because, again, it's a Divine Shield 4/8, which is going to obviously kill my Squire. I'd rather force him into a trading situation. At 4 damage, he's not going to be beating the snot out of me yet. And, of course, we have that Mark of Nature, so we will be able to kill that, maybe. Just depends what kind of situation we get into. Nothing that I've got on the field, even with the Mark of Nature, will kill that outright. But if we can somehow get rid of this Divine Shield, then maybe we'll be in a better situation. Of course, there's still an Ironbark Protector sitting around. Okay, some heavy taunt coming out from him. Another Thought Steal. I don't know what he's been able to gain access to through this Thought Steal. That's what concerns me. He's done it twice now, and I don't think he's actually played any... That's probably mine. It could be his, but I don't know. We don't know. Okay, an Innovate. I can do an 11-cost play here with this Innovate, which would be pretty funny. I'm just concerned as to whether or not that'll actually do anything useful. The Taunt is probably good. But even with an Innovate, I'm not going to be able to combo that with the Soul of the Forest. I just will not have enough mana. So we may want to hold this, but I'm in a situation now where he can trade out, kill both of these, and start to overwhelm me. So I think I need my Taunt. I really do. What I can also do is combo up the Innovate with this Mark of the Nature thingy-doody thing. So I can make this a lot tougher. I know he's already burnt 2 sets of Silence, so it may be worth giving that a little bit extra oomph, because he can overwhelm it unless I buff it. So, let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give it 4 health and Taunt, which will take it up to 12. And I'm just going to say, hey, look, I've got this Taunt. So, now we're at a bit of a standoff. We'll see where it goes from there. If this stuff lives, next turn I've got Soul of the Forest as an option, especially I can play Leponome as well. I also have the option of a Savage Roar to try and overwhelm this wall of death that's here. A Savage Roar would have allowed me to kill the Booty Bay bodyguard this turn. That was not what I wanted to see. Annoyingly enough, that's probably my Faceless Manipulator. These Thought Steal gimmicks are really irritating. Now he has a wall of taunts that's huge and very dangerous. Problematic. Very problematic. I don't really know where we're going from here, because this is just getting into this massive standoff situation. Lots of Murlocs coming out. We can start to knock things down, but I mean, that Protector, I probably have to trade... I'm actually surprised he's not attacking mine. I think I just have to trade this... I can't trade it. That's the hilarious thing. I can't trade it. It doesn't have enough damage for me to successfully trade it. We might want a Savage Roar, maybe. Soul of the Forest, we have another Innovate, so we can play kind of whatever we want. So, Boulder Fist. Savage Roar on this turn probably doesn't make any sense, so we can try and weather the storm and then Savage Roar next turn. If he's going to kill stuff, I want at least my Soul of the Forest to be out. And then we can Innovate Leponome. So, do I want to kill these two off? It would kind of suck, wouldn't it? I actually wouldn't lose this one. I'd lose this one. So, let's get rid of the Booty Bay bodyguard. Let's at least get rid of one of the bastards first before we're really all, like, concerned about anything.
If you insist.
Yep, and I'm gonna get Treants, like, in trade for them anyway, so... That's one. Cool. There we go. So let's knock one of those taunts out. Now we have one of our own. Do I want to go at him? Not really. I want to be able to soak as much as I can here. I was going to trade that for that, though. No, I do want to hit him. And the justification for doing that is, otherwise, he would actually be able to trade this and the Divine Shield and not lose either of them. Unfortunately, now he can just charge the Murlocs directly at them, so I don't think that was a win on either side. Yeah, that actually had the same outcome regardless of what would happen. Because he would have done the same thing. He would have just hit them with the Ironbark Protector and the net result would have been the same, so... Okay, so now he trades off the rest of this. Uses that to kill that. There's the Death Rattle going off. So, that leaves him with a significant advantage. Which is unfortunate. And then he circles a healing. Ah, nasty bastard. Yeah, that was well played by him. Very well played. Pint-sized Summoner coming out. What else has he got in his hand? He's healing that again, which means that I won't be able to one-hit it, although I do have Savage Roar. But things are about to get really weird, because I think it's going to get into a situation where we're just drawing off the top of our decks. He's got 2 Mind Blasts. Good lord. He's been sitting on them for this entire game. That's weakened me a lot. I think I'm probably losing this one. I don't see a way not to. I can definitely kill this, and a Savage Roar would allow me to trade successfully for that and for that. That obviously dies, but I also have that Frostwolf. Yeah. Should bear in mind, of course, that I have the ability to hit with this, but, you know, I don't have much health left to really make use of that. So, I'll play that Taunt, and I think we will Savage Roar, because otherwise I am guaranteed dead next turn. I'm not guaranteed dead yet, but I'm getting pretty close to it. So, Savage Roar. So, we take this guy out. I mean, actually, no. Yeah, we have to. Because otherwise this guy just turns around and flattens me next turn. So, I have to kill this guy. He's the biggest damage output. So, and then I've just suddenly realized I can't kill the Pint-sized Summoner. And I don't quite have the damage I need to overwhelm the Sunwalker. That sucks. But I'll do what I can. And I don't want to attack now, because that would be suicide. I'm still in it, but not by much. I think this is going to be a loss. I got screwed over pretty badly. Oh, God. A light well. Oh, man. I got screwed over pretty badly by that Faceless Manipulator, which he got from my deck. A bunch of stuff that he shouldn't have had. And now I'm just top decking completely and hoping for the best, which is not going to work. Can't attack at this point, so... My Sentient Shield Master isn't... Well... He won't die immediately unless he does something to it, but yeah, he's pretty dead pretty quick. I'll hold out for as much as I can. Oh, Spellbreaker, so that's not even going to matter. He's going right through with that. Does he have the ability to kill me off this turn? Maybe he does, but without that taunt, I'm most likely screwed. Alright. Lesser heal goes off, he heals the taunt up again. And the light well's there as well, so... Savage Roar is not going to be enough to save my arse here, I don't think. It will not even allow me to overwhelm that. We'll do what we can, but hey. Puts me down to 4, and that's me dead. GG. Yeah. That was a bunch of weirdness right there. A lot of really unexpected stuff. Obviously, Thought Steal's a little bit of a random chance ability. Like, the fact that he was able to pull my Faceless Manipulator and use that against me to clone my 8-12 really screwed me hard in that game. So, I don't know. He played a lot of my own stuff against me. But hey. Priests can be a little bit unpredictable like that. So, I didn't play as well as I could have. I also got kind of unlucky they had so much silence at the start of the game. Alright, what have we got? Let's toss those, and we'll see what we can do with this Raging Worgen, who has proven to be extremely effective in the past. We do have a turn 2 play, and I'll probably use it to get the Youthful Brewmaster out. Because we don't really have anything in the hand that would benefit from coming back to the hand. So, a 3-2 on turn 1 is really good. I would, of course, prefer it to be... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Knife Thrower, but... No. I'll take what I can get. It's still a pretty good card. It's still 3-2, so immediately get that out. It's like, hey, here's a threat. Deal with it. Bloodfen Raptor comes out. So that'll probably end up being a straight trade. The reason is I don't want to leave him with a beast on the field, because if he has something early that synergizes well with that, then I don't want it to be there. Like, say if he ends up playing a Hyena turn 2 and then trades that to get a more powerful Hyena, that's bad. So we don't really have anything we can do there, aside from we could use Claw just to kill that, and we won't even have to trade. So let's do that. There we go. It gives me 2 armor as well, so I'm not really going to even take much damage from that. So that's that got rid of. And that keeps my Brewmaster on the field, and it means the Hunter doesn't have a beast that he can use to synergize his abilities with. So we wouldn't want that, you know, extra kill command damage, synergize with Hyena, all that nasty stuff. And of course, there's Houndmaster, which he couldn't play then, but he could play a Timberwolf and nasty things like that. So, Starving Buzzard comes out. Does he have a follow-up play? He does, a Young Dragonhawk, so he manages to get himself draw from that. So, that was a nice little play for him. Nothing I could do to stop that. It's good that he waited to turn 3 to actually do that, though. Okay, so what do we got? Well, we can safely get rid of the Dragonhawk without any loss, which is great. We can also play a Jungle Panther and get super aggro on his arse all of a sudden. We can then play the... We could play the Raging Worgen instead. I prefer this play at this point, because the earlier this is played, the more chance there is of this actually being more useful. Yeah, because it's less likely that he can kill it outright. It's more likely that he'll either have to try and avoid it, or he will trigger it, and I can then use that to get an early game advantage and put him on the defensive. Ironfur Grizzly comes out. Okay. So, is he going to trade out that Buzzard? He is. He's getting rid of that. Alright. So, this is a straight trade. We'll see if there's anything that comes out that lets me change that. Like, say, a Mark of the Wild would allow me to do that. Or a Wrath. You know, I can just kill it with a Wrath. And then I can let my guy straight through. So, we can do that. There we go. I do not see Wrath in trade for that 3-3 Grizzly as a bad thing whatsoever. So, we're going to go for that. And then we will armor up and attack. Okay. So, I'm currently doing fine. He has a slight card advantage, but not by much. I've got some good, powerful stuff in my hand right now. I'm working towards this. If he plays something crazy, I've got Faceless Manipulator. And then, of course, I've got my Soul of the Forest, which is not going to help me all that much right now, because I don't really have enough minions on the field to benefit from it, but currently I'm doing fine. Another Young Dragonhawk comes out, and it looks like he's going... Yeah, he's going to buff that up. Okay. Alright, well, I can at least trade that and kill it. But I don't even have to do that, because as it turns out, I actually have Mark of Nature. This is great for a number of different reasons, because if I give that the health and then attack, I get the Wind Fury, and then I can kill that, and I think I even live through it, which is... Actually, do I? No, I don't live through it, but it's a damn good trade. Really good. Or alternatively, I can just leave it around and kind of force him to deal with it. But no, I think let's just remove. Health and Taunt, there we go. So... This means he dies immediately. That triggers the Enrage. So I can go... Ah, yeah, it's health and taunt. Of course I should leave him lying around. Because he's going to have to run into him. Why even waste it? Why even waste it? Give him the damage. Why? Speaking of wasting, why don't I just do that extra damage? I'm an idiot. Anyway, it's a 4-4. Either he's got to run into it, or he's got to burn some kind of removal to get rid of it. And hunters don't really have that much removal. A kill command wouldn't even do the job in this situation because he didn't have a beast. Kill command is a 3 cost, though, so he may be able to use it now, assuming he has one. He decides to trade. Cool. And I got the extra damage out of that. You see why that was a better play? Because otherwise, I would have just ran face first into him, and I wouldn't have been able to do that extra 4 damage to him. That's why I just believe forcing your opponent to go into your taunt instead of the other way around is the best way. Okay, so what have we got? We could Faceless Manipulate a Misha, but it's silly. I mean, this is way better for big cost stuff. We don't have any taunt, so we are going to finally start taking damage. The Jungle Panther pretty much guarantees that Misha is going to die. What we should do first, just to make sure that we do it optimally, however, is to get the Knife Juggler out, because we might kill an Imp with this, which would be great. Goes into Misha. Alright, we could even trade the Knife Juggler instead for Misha, assuming that he even let it live, which he probably won't. But, never mind. I still think we're in good control of this game. He doesn't really have a lot going for him right now. And if he has some big crazy creature, I do have Faceless Manipulator so I can get it myself. Dread Corsair, you know, not a great card unless you have a weapon, so not a big deal. He's going to attack directly with Misha. He decides that's the best play. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. You know, he wants to force me to try and get rid of my Jungle Panther to kill off either of these. Which is fine. Alright, cool. I've got Lord of the Arena, though. So I've got my own taunt, and my taunt's better than yours. So that's good. What we want to do... the reason we're not going to kill the Dread Corsair is because that's a beast. And that means that he could kill command my Lord of the Arena if I let that live. We are not going to let that live. We're just going to kill it off immediately. And there we go. Okay, so now he does not have the capability to play a kill command unless he plays another beast to get it. That would be a 5 damage. But he does have that bullshit card, so hey, there you go. Never mind. I hate Deadly Shot so much, at least if I'm against it. Obviously, it's great if it's in your deck, but if you're in a 1-creature situation, it's just like, it's a 3-cost destroy. Against a deck like this, it's very powerful. Alright. There's nothing I really want to clone, so I think we have to play our Ironbark Protector at this point, because I don't think there's another good option for me. We do have Moonfire, which means I can just get rid of that Imp if I want. And that might not be the worst idea I've ever had, so there we go. Ironbark Protector comes down. Just get rid of the Imp.
Job's done.
Don't want him to be able to buff it with anything. I know it's weird, because, like, well, you can't buff it, it's a beast. Yeah, he can. I mean, he could just play something like a Direwolf Alpha. Or or a Shattered Sun, whatever the balls it is, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, Steady Shot comes off. Does he have an Unleash the Hounds to let that Savannah High Main attack? Not by the looks of it. Okay. Well, the cool thing is, this is the kind of thing that I've been waiting for with my Faceless Manipulator. Not only that, but I'll also have a Soul of the Forest, which is going to make things even more annoying. So, we have our own Savannah High Main. Very nice. And we can then Soul of the Forest. Yeah, that's the best option. I still have to get through this taunt one way or the other. Yeah, I know I'm going to lose this Ironbark Protector, but I want to lose it for his Savannah High Main, and I want to have one of my own. And that's exactly what I'm going to have here. So, do I want to charge right at him? Again, kind of no, I don't. Half of me says that I do, because maybe he multi-shots me and then overwhelms me. Yeah, okay. He's a hunter. I shouldn't let that happen. Yeah, because he could do something like another Deadly Shot, for instance, which just picks this off immediately. Or he could multi-shot to weaken it and then try and nuke it down without having to get rid of the Savannah High Main, so that was kind of my concern there. Ah, he's got a kill command. That's the other thing he had. That's annoying. If I'd waited, actually, that kill command wouldn't have killed me, but he was getting rid of it regardless, so... Does he trade his High Main for mine? Got Yeah, he does. Okay. Alright, so we both get our hyenas. It's better for him, though. Because they're beasts, of course, so... I got a lot of my own tutu. If I had a Savage Roar now, this would be amazing, but I don't. Alright, he's emptied his hand and he currently has a board advantage, but we can trade it. We also now have an Ancient of War, which is brilliant. That is something that I can use very well. The plus attack is of no real use right now. We're going to go for the health and the taunt. I tend to favor that anyway. 5 attack is a good number. You can use this, of course, to take out some super powerful creature, but for the most part, it's better just sitting there being an annoying arse. So, let's play the trading game. First things first, we will use our health to get rid of the loot hoarder. I don't really want rid of it, but he's going to get rid of it next turn anyway, regardless. I'd love to not give him card draw, but we don't really have much of a choice. Now we just trade across. So we get rid of all of his high damage stuff. We kill that with that. Thank God he doesn't have a hyena at this stage. If he did, this would be horrible. There we go, get rid of that. You know, I don't like the Violet Teacher, but like with a low hand size, it's not really much of a threat. So we can leave that alone. All right, now we have the board advantage. We don't have the health advantage, but we do have the board advantage. Okay, so he's tracking, which does trigger another Violet Apprentice. Thankfully, these don't work well with Hunter abilities, yeah? Like, Unleash the Hounds isn't going to benefit him here. Bestial Wrath is not going to benefit him here, really. These guys won't get buffed by that. Alright, he's got a Huffer. He may try and just charge my Ancient of War down. He doesn't have the damage. Oh, he does now. He's got the Eagle Horn Bow out, so... He could get rid of my Ancient of War. He'd have to trade out a lot to make it happen, but he is going to do that, which is sensible. And now he's going to get rid of this as well. Alright. Well, welcome to top decking, and this is a good situation for him to be in because he does have the ability to deal 2 damage to me every turn, and I just, quite frankly, don't. Thankfully, I can at least neutralize a little bit of it, and I can kill off that almost immediately as well, so... Alright, what it comes down to now is really just kind of look at the draw. None of us really have any cards to play. None of us really have any, you know, it's going to be just a beating, a slow beating. And it's going to be down to who gets what. He gets an Arcane Shot, which is exactly what he needed in that situation, because he can now go in for me for, that's what, 2, 3, 6 in total. But he decides not to do that because he wants to keep it for the removal. Knife Juggler, not exactly ideal, but it is what we got right now, so there we go. So if he wants to kill that, he's going to be forced to use the Eagle Horn Bow to reliably do it. He could decide just to steady shot me, and then just hope to keep this for some vital situation. But, you know, it's down to luck now, really. There's no plays that I think we can make that are going to make much of a difference, that are particularly tactical. He pulls a charge creature, which is exactly what he needed. I think he now wins, actually. Is he going to hit me with the Eagle Horn Bow? If he hits me with the Eagle Horn Bow, he definitely wins. He gets rid of my one creature. This is pretty ugly. What do I get? Murloc Tidehunter is not going to win me this game, that's for sure. Can I kill him? Yes. I can get rid of this guy. But I am very, very low on health, and he's not, so... I need rid of him. He is going to attack me next turn. There is no question about that. We play whatever card we've got. Hit that. He can't do 4 damage. Not yet, anyway. If he gets a kill command, I instantly die. Let's see what he gets. Again, this is all down to luck now. Steady shot. Has he got anything else? Dark Scale Healer. That's pretty bad because I can't get rid of it. Oh! Fortune favors the foolish. Thank you. Armor up. We may get away with this. Knock that down by 1 health. Attack there. Alright. Oh, yeah, I can survive this. By 1. Can I kill him next turn? Maybe? It comes down to what I get, unless he pulls a card which just kills me immediately. Ah, kill command. Damn! Ah, look at the draw. Completely look at the draw. I felt I played quite well there. I don't think I made that many big mistakes, but he got the top deck luck. Heart of the cards, you know how it is. Damn. Ah, damn. I don't know. It's hard to say after a game like that, because there were so many turns, like, what was the moment that I maybe screwed up to allow him to get to that point? And I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Like, it was too long a game. Well, this has been a really, really bad set, so let's see if we can pull it back now, or whether we're going to go 3-3 with this deck, which would suck, but... I don't know, there have been 2 really close games. I'm just jacking all of these, because they're just not what I want. That's much better. We even have Innovate, so if we want to make a big play early on, we can. Lol. Okay. This is not really going to help. I was tempted to go right at him, but it's a waste of a claw, in my opinion.
My greetings.
Coin. So he's not playing a Flame Imp early, that's for sure. Mad Bomber. Lol. He comes off the bad end of that one. Alright. Frostwolf Grunt is... Well, I mean, we don't have to do that. We could just claw and kill it. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. And then, you know, instead of trading out this, so... we could play serious... we could play serious bullshit turn 2 Lord of the Arena. But honestly, like, that'll be rushed down too quickly. I think it's kind of a waste. As funny as it is. You know, a turn 4 Lord of the Arena would be pretty good as well. So we're going to claw that to death. There we go. I know it's kind of funny, but, you know, it's not like getting out an 8-8. It's a 6-5. A couple of early creatures can kill that. A Frost, you know, a Shadow Bolt and, like, a 1-1 could kill that. So it seems wasteful to burn that. Plus, we have other things we can do. We have a Knife Juggler and a Frostwolf Grunt right now, so... There are plays here. Many plays. We could burn the Innovate to get a second creature out, but for 1 damage, I don't... You know, I think there are bigger and better things lurking in my deck that could make more use of these cards right now. So, let's do that. And maybe we go for that turn 4 Lord of the Arena. Abusive Sergeant without anything to proc it. Cool. Blood Imp. Fairly annoying. He's playing a lot of stuff. What? He also... Yeah, I mean, it didn't make a difference anyway. That hits me instead of that. That was a weird call. I wouldn't have done that at all. I would have weakened that so I could just kill it with the Elven Archer, but hey. Alright. What options do we have? We've got a Moonfire. We can't target the Blood Imp because it's currently in Stealth, which is a little irritating. We can start throwing knives, though, which is probably the best idea. So let's start with the Frostwolf Grunt. Let's see what this hits. The wrong target was the answer to that. We got a Moonfire. This is where I'm actually tempted to burn those 2 Innovates and go Lord of the Arena. But I don't think we necessarily need that. I think it might be a little bit ridiculous to do that, especially when we have that. So let's just get rid of that. There we go. And we can armor up. Moonfire, I mean, there's no point. That's dead regardless of what happens. And if I need to deal with them next turn, then I will, so... Oh, never mind. We could just actually kill him. Just, you know... Get rid of that ability to get rid of my taunt creature, because that protects my Knife Juggler. So, there we go. So, that gives me better board control than he does. Don't really like getting rid of that 1 card, but it is a Moonfire. It's a 0 cost. Whatever. Alright. This is going to be annoying. I think it's possible for me to kill it with the Knife Juggler, but it's a little bit RNG. And unfortunately, I can play my Lord of the Arena now to try and proc that and see what happens. This might be the best way. Alternatively, we can buff this bastard up to high heaven. Or we can burn 2 Innovates to give that the massive buff that we were looking for. Alright, what to do? Well, yeah, let's get that Lord of the Arena out. Let's see where that knife goes. Not quite what I was looking for there. Do we want to buff anything up? Or do we want to trade? I think this Knife Juggler's maybe served its purpose. But we can't really... Well, the only thing we can get rid of is the Dragonling with it, which I hate that idea. Or we innovate and kill that, and then we just attack through. Innovate for that, though? No, you're right. It bloody well doesn't. I don't want to get rid of that Knife Juggler for that. We don't need to. Just keep it. Leave the Lord of the Arena up. Now, get rid of the 2-2. Maybe I was being a little bit too self-important when it came to that 2-2 creature. That's still a 2-5, but it's a 2-5. It's not going to do much damage. He can't work his way through the Lord of the Arena unless he has a Shadow Bolt in his hand. He may use a Corruption or something like that. I also have Mark of Nature for next turn if I want to go silly buffing. Oh, he's going to do something nasty to it. Shadow Bolt, and then he's probably... Yeah, he's just going to trade out this. Oh, he's going to get rid of his Imp. Alright. Alright. I mean, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I'm kind of surprised he got rid of the imp, though. Alright. Okay, well, we play Shield Master, and then we just remove his Dragonling mechanic. I still have the edge. We know he's already used the Shadow Bolt. A Shadow Bolt wouldn't even kill this straight up, but... kind of annoyed that my Lord of the Arena wasn't as useful as I'd hoped. I was kind of suspicious that he would make that happen, but, whatever. It does leave him with a significant card advantage. Admittedly, if you're not in a position of a card disadvantage against a Warlock, the Warlock's probably playing really badly, so... you know, he's able to constantly do that, so... alright. This guy could be irritating. We can buff. We also have that Silverhand Knight, which would be kind of cool. I'm still thinking, like, we buff this Shield Master up to fairly ludicrous levels. Oh, yeah. Do I want to do that? I maybe do. It's... don't want to use that last Innovate to do it? Well, I'm almost up to the amount that it wouldn't matter anyway. Let's buff him. Let's give him what he needs. We're going to do that with health, by the way, not with attack. Yeah. Okay, so he's a 3-9. We'll see if he's got a way of getting rid of that. It's going to be difficult to get rid of with standard Warlock removal. The only thing that's really going to do the job is a Corruption, and even then that gives me a turn of play with him. Who knows, maybe I get lucky and get my Brewmaster out and I can pull him back, but I doubt it. Doubt it. Damn! Scuppered by the smallest creature. As is the way of things with that fucking owl. Alright, now things got nasty. He can kill that. Great play by him. Now my Ascension Shield Master is feeling very sad. I probably shouldn't have buffed him, because it made him just too big a target. It didn't need to be buffed. I didn't need that kind of power at that stage. So I think I made a fairly poor error there. Okay. Alright, well, first things first. That's dead. I'll take that hit, that's fine. Play the Raging Worgen. Alright, so what creatures do we have to deal with? Anything with a 4 cost is bad, so we do want to get rid of its ability to do anything, so...
If you insist.
We don't have to lose that. We kind of do have to lose it, because I want to kill 2 creatures this turn, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do that without doing that, so...
If you insist.
Alright, that gives me board control back. He's pretty low on health. Don't have the ability to kill him yet, of course. Well, he's getting rid of that, I guess. Shadow Bolt, okay. He still has that powerful removal. Drain life, so he's getting rid of that too. Alright, so suddenly that board control disappears completely. And now he's going right at me. That's balls use. Absolutely useless. That Flame Imp is going to be a right pain in my ass. But I don't want to, like, give him so much. I mean, I could Savage Roar and kill him with that, but it seems so wasteful. I don't know. I think things are starting to slip away. Harvest Golem. Pint-sized Summoner. Doesn't really matter too much at this stage, but it's still a 2-2. So this Flame Imp is going to be a nightmare unless I can get rid of him. I don't have much removal, unfortunately. I've got, like, a Moonfire, and that's not enough. He's still life-tapping because he knows he has control. He can afford to do that. Knife Juggler, not helpful. Not helpful. Mm-mm. Frankly, if he's got any sense, he'll attack immediately with a Harvest Golem. I may have to use that Savage Roar just to get rid of something. And I hate the very idea of doing that. It's such a waste. But I've got to get one of these damn things off the board. What do I want to get rid of? Probably the Flame Imp. Because, I mean, that's so much damage output next turn. Screw it. Get rid of that Flame Imp. I mean, I think I probably lost anyway because I'm now kind of relying on the look of my deck. I've not got my Nourish or any of my card draw stuff, so... This could be a straight loss after... Oh, god damn, he has so much removal! Bloody hell! It's what, 2 Shadow Bolts, 2 Drain Life? Oh, and a Siphon Soul as well, I think, went off there? Bloody hell. Yeah, I'm probably dead now. Just... GG. That was pathetic. That was a really bad set of matches. I said, hey, I'll be happy if I go 3-3, but I'm now not happy because I played like an absolute moron. Damn, it was such a good start as well. But I played terribly, so I guess that's to be expected. Lessons to be learned, maybe we just need more spells and more removal. Yeah, nothing good there. DE everything, because I actually have all of it, so... 40 dust out of that. Alright, let's do it again. Let's get back in there, shall we? Thank you very much. Let's get another draft done, at least before we wrap this up. Okay, Hunter, Mage, and Shaman. Let's throw a Hunter deck together. Alright. So. I ain't cold like Oracle in this. Yeah, maybe. Again, I don't like Violet Teacher with Hunter decks because unless you're playing Beasts, it doesn't synergize. None of these are Beasts, but at least this is card draw. An Ancient Warrior, Ancient Watcher, or whatever is only useful in very specific circumstances. So, no. Basically, if you can silence it, it becomes pretty good, but it's burning a silence on your own creature. Frostwolf Warlord, Frostwolf Grunt. We're getting no Beasts already. I don't like this. Let's get a little bit of basic taunt. Multi-shot. Spell power, not really a thing for hunters. You can kind of do it, but only if you've got a lot of abilities, which is unreliable in an arena draft. So, multi-shot. Talking about that removal. Tundra Rhino. All beasts have charge. I mean, it's good. It's really good. Kill Command, Timberwolf, Tracking. Usually I would say Kill Command in this situation, but, you know, Timberwolf is good as well. Both of these are valid choices. Kill Command, they're both common cards as well, so we should get them later in the draft. Again, a 3 set of no beasts, which is not good news for this deck. Beasts are just so great. They're very, very useful. I'm thinking we take a Dark Iron Dwarf here. Hunter's Mark, phenomenal card. Incredible. I mean, God, you could kill anything with it. Quite literally, anything. For 0 cost. It's brilliant. Of course, you've got to trade a creature for it, but hey. Explosive Trap. I like that a lot. Very, very efficient area of effect. So I think we're going to take that over the other two. Explosive Shot. Good removal. Argent Commander. Good card. Azure Drake. Iffy for hunters. Sometimes okay. I don't think that affects explosive traps. If it did, that would be a different matter entirely, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Explosive Shot, I think we'll take here. Okay, an Eagle Horn Bow or an Emperor Cobra. I think in this case we take the weapon almost every time. Emperor Cobra is very good, but an Eagle Horn Bow, especially since I already know I have a secret, is a very good ability. Scavenging Hyena. Incredible card. Especially, much better than the rest of these, so that's not even a choice. A second Tundra Rhino is a possibility. More of the beast stuff, not too bad. Priestess of Elune I don't really like. I think 5-4 with a 4 health is not good. So it's either a second Tundra Rhino or a Shield Master. We'll take a Shield Master for the time being. Another Timberwolf versus these other ones? Yeah, absolutely. Always with that. That Deadly Shot we were talking about earlier is nice, but we already have some removal, and we really need some silence, so let's get a Spellbreaker. And it's given us another Tundra Rhino, so there we go. The draft is being kind in that regard. Alright, Stealth Tiger. Yeah, we love it. Acolyte of Pain is pretty good too, though. Card draw-wise, we have very little. Acolyte of Pain. Gotta fix that. Animal Companion, almost 100% of the time you'll take that, because it's always great for its cost. Always, and it's a beast. This, no, not with this deck. Fen Creeper's good, but Animal Companion is a better choice in my opinion. Alright, Abusive Sergeant, don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's a Starving Buzzard, which you will take, because it is going to have that card draw. And we can get a second Acolyte of Pain for that very reason, and these cards kind of suck anyway, so Acolyte of Pain, second. Cool. Alright, Pint-Sized Summoner, Ravenholt Assassin. I like the Ravenholt Assassin. I really do. The Pint-Sized Summoner is almost always a better choice, though, because you can do way more with it. Alright, Houndmaster, Arcane Shot are the two real choices here. Houndmaster is really, really good, especially considering what I've got in my deck. Arcane Shot is removal that we were talking about, and we don't have huge amounts of it. The problem with Houndmaster as well is that it's not a beast. That's the annoying thing about it. So you don't gain any benefits from that with the Hyena or the Buzzard. So I think we'll take an Arcane Shot. Just a little bit extra removal. Stranglethorn Tiger. Well, I think the Tiger is the best choice here. I mean, Ancient Brewmaster has its uses. This is not useful. And this is a 5/5 stealth beast. So it makes more sense. We could have a third Tundra Rhino, but I think we'd actually be overdoing it at that point. A third Acolyte of Pain certainly wouldn't be, though. Or then we have the Thrallmere Farseer, which he's alright. He's okay. But a lot of the buffs that I've got are going to buff beasts. They're not going to be buffing him. So we're going to take a third Acolyte of Pain. Alright, Mana Addict, Light Warden, Flare. This, not useful. This, sometimes okay. Flare is a 1-cost card draw and destroys enemy secrets and gets rid of stealth. I think it's underrated. Fairy Dragon. Not a beast, but a great card nonetheless. I like it a lot. Unleash the Hounds. We kind of have enough charge. But it's still pretty good. And then, of course, another Dark Iron Dwarf here. Let's get a couple more cheap creatures, because surprisingly enough, a lot of this 1-cost stuff isn't in creatures. So, man, they really want me to take Tundra Rhinos. I could have 4 of the bloody things, which would be a terrible play, by the way. Ogre Major, I think Frostwolf Warlord is the right one here. Another Hunter's Mark versus these costs? Yeah, totally. Okay, 3 left. What are we lacking? We're lacking big beasties. Like, we haven't got anything past a 5 cost. We haven't really had that many choices for it, unfortunately. We're not getting it here either. Angry Chicken is gimmicky as hell. The best call here is a Flesh-Eating Ghoul, in my opinion. Let's hope for some big beasties. We're not getting them, are we? We're not. Knife Juggler... I love, don't get me wrong, a second Flesh-Eating Ghoul wouldn't be too bad, though. Especially if he panics and throws it at the other one. And then, of course, there's that other Flare. But we have 3 Acolytes of Pain. We've got card draw. Another Flesh-Eating Ghoul. And a big beastie for the end of it. Alright. Either a Sea Giant or a Molten Giant. Both of these are options. Let's look at how much taunt we've got, because that's kind of going to determine it. This is good. They're both pretty good. I don't have a lot of taunt, which means I'm probably going to be taking some hits, right? I don't have much at all. So I'm thinking the Molten Giant is the better bet. Murloc Warleader obviously is useless here. Sea Giant's not bad. For this deck, it's not bad at all. But the Molten Giant's pretty good as well. That's the tricky thing, isn't it? They both do the same thing, but they both come out at a different pace. Usually I prefer the Molten Giant, because you can trade out your health quicker, and you say, oh, look, here's Molten Giant. Sea Giant, it's variable, because, like, I know I'm getting closer to this. I don't know if I'm getting closer to this, because it can... I don't know. I've got some low-cost stuff. Don't know if I have enough to keep it on the board. That's a real toss-up. I don't know which is better. I really don't. I do have a lot of creatures. Sea Giant. I don't think going into the game with the attitude that I'm going to take a lot of damage is healthy. Alright, we're going to play one game with this, and then I think I'll wrap this session up. That Druid thing was embarrassing, so I'll try and at least get you a win today. Man, it was tough. It's annoying as well, because, like, thinking back on the games, I don't necessarily think I played terribly, I just lost. I mean, one of the games, as you can tell, was just luck, because it was just... Oh, Jesus. This is... not the hand I was looking for. I'm gonna kill off both Hunter's Marks. They're more useful later. That's a little better. I can get the Fairy Dragon out on turn 2, so... And then I can follow it up with the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, so if we go after the Fairy Dragon, we get the buff there. So, yeah, that's a good pace. But no, I don't know if I played terribly in those games, or if I just kind of got a little bit unlucky. I think I got out-gimmicked with the Priest deck. There was some weird stuff going on there that's just like, what? I mean, that Thoughtsteel stealing my bloody Manipulator. I mean, come on. And then, of course, there was that one against the Druid. Was it the Druid? No, it was a Hunter, of course, that I lost just kind of from who had the better lucky draw, really. I don't know. I don't know if I should be making excuses for it. It was not well played at the best of times. Alright. Those don't count as minions when you kill them, do they? I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. Well, I know he can't target it with spells, which is why I'm going after that and not that, because he probably can't get out something this turn which will kill it, so it makes more sense to go after him. Unless we're going to be able to buff that. Oh! That's only spells and hero powers, not battle cries. I'd never considered that. Ha! That was well played by him. It wouldn't have mattered, because even if I'd traded that, he would have still killed it anyway. So, it's not that important. Okay, situation now. Starving Buzzard, but we don't have any beasts in the hand, which means that we go for the Acolyte of Pain instead. He has nothing on the field which can adequately get rid of this. He may have a Lightning Bolt. He may have a Silence. If he doesn't have either of these, then suddenly I'm getting cards. He has an Earth Shock, so he has that Silence. Annoying. Very much so. And a Healing Totem comes out of that. Not going to help him because everything else is on 1 health, so whatever. Silence. Irritating. At least I know I have 2 more of those in the deck, so that's not really a big deal. Okay, options, options, options. Flesh-Eating Ghoul is the best play right now, because I know I'm about to kill off this. There's no point in playing this yet. I don't want to buff this guy. Oh, we don't have any beasts on the field, so the Buzzard's kind of pointless. We don't have that many beasts in the deck, actually, which is rather irritating. It didn't work out the way that I'd hoped. But such is the way of the draft. We have enough beasts to kind of make it worthwhile. Alright, so that's that rid of. Flesh-Eating Ghoul's been buffed. I still don't know if these count as minions. Yeah, they must. Because that's minion with a lowercase. Because if you kill a demon, that counts. Demon's not technically a minion. So, yeah. I think anything that dies, including these totems. So what I can do is here, I can trade these over and get a double buff out of it. He did manage to get out of Stoneclaw, which is annoying. I'm hoping I have a way of getting rid of that. Oh, he's just going to use to kill that. Okay. Oh, Rockbiter Weapon is the bane of my damn existence, I tell you. Yep. Kill it off before it snowballs. Before it lays eggs. Totally the right thing to do. Okay. Things I will not do include burning an explosive shot to get rid of that crap. Absolutely not. Getting our own taunt out is probably the best thing I can do right now. And maybe we just get some cards. Yeah, why not? Let's get some cards. No, we both get cards, but I like cards. Best rationale I've ever given for any decision in Hearthstone. We both get cards, but I like cards. No, implying that guy doesn't. He hates cards. Cards beat him up as a child. Took his lunch money. Alright. A little bit of a standoff. It's like, who has the weakest lineup? Both of us. But what worries me right now is he's mostly been playing totems and not creatures, whereas I've been playing some creatures, so he uses that to immediately eliminate that. And he can now use the Searing Totem to get rid of that as well if he likes. Wrath of Bear. I was going to say, don't attack that. That's silly. You don't attack anything. I'd have probably just traded the Acolyte of Pain out there, really, but whatever. And we have another one. Alright. Okay, what options do we have? We can play the Sea Giant. That's probably the best thing I can do right now. There's a lot of stuff on the board. In fact, we could play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, then the Sea Giant, which is the more efficient play. We have no beasts, so... Or we could play the Acolyte of Pain, then the Sea Giant. But stuff's about to die, guys. Stuff is about to die. So this is the best play. Alright. Begin the slaughter. Yes. You get the one, and you are going to... You have served your purpose. Now, thank you for your service, but right now, this lineup is way better. Yes. I like this a lot more. You know, I'm going to play until I get you a win. Yeah, silence that. Good play. God, you've got everything you need. Jeez. What don't you have? Silence, 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 silence. Ah, you bastard. All of this stuff is now useless. Oh, you evil, evil man. Alright, what do we do? What do we do? Ah! Well, we leave this open, and we just go bop, and just get rid of his totems, because there's no cost in doing so. This will at least have to beat on that. Maybe we get out 2 Acolytes of Pain. Arcane Shot does 2 damage. Not going to be enough to get rid of that. 2 Acolytes of Pain, the card draw is going to be magnificent. Yeah. Still no point in playing that Buzzard, because I don't have any bloody beasts. Silence that, you bastard. Jeez. Had enough of your nonsense, thank you very much. Have him run into that. We'll see. This is where he said, you know what I've got? 4 more Earth Shocks. Or Lightning Storm, actually, would wipe me out right now, which would be dreadful. I'll still get 2 cards out of it, but... No, he's playing Wind Fury Harpy. Getting rid of that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright. Hit the frog, you know you want to. You heartless fiend. Cool. It's cool that he's got this as well. This Searing Totem, I can actually attack to get draw. Ooh. Not that great. But it's okay, because what I can do is I can play the Starving Buzzard into the Timberwolf, which will give me card draw, and then will hopefully give me a new option. A Flare. That doesn't help. Not right now. But we do have an Explosive Shot, which is very helpful, because we can eliminate the Wind Fury Harpy with it. If I want to. First things first, draw. Give me the draw. Give me. An Animal Companion. Potentially hilarious. We're kind of rolling the dice on this one. What is it? Ooh, exactly what I wanted it to be. Yes, very much so. I was hoping it would be Leok, because that buffs everything. It is a sadistic and evil thing, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. This Wind Fury Harpy is the target. And we don't have to trade stupidly for it either. We can go plink. And then we can do this. And then we can do this. Which I think works pretty damn well. Nice. Cool. I'll keep this just on the off chance he has some crazy stealth creature. But this is looking pretty good. Unless he has a Lightning Storm. To be fair, if he had a Lightning Storm, he might have used that last turn, so... What has he got? A Doomhammer! Alright. He's going to start his own little removal process. Timberwolf, get rid of that. Good bet. What's going to kill now? He could kill my Buzzard. Oh, he's going to use a charge to not kill that. Oh, he's going to use 2 to get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I still have these Acolytes of Pain that can be super annoying, but yeah. Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of my buff advantage. That's... Yeah. Yeah, totally. Because, I mean, this is now sucks. So that was definitely the right call. Alright, Spellbreaker, no use right now at all. We might Flare just to see what we get. We do have this buff that we can use here. I do also have the Stranglethorn Tiger that we can play. So let's play the Tiger, because that's going to get us draw. A Scavenging Hyena, which would be great if I had a lot of beasts. I don't have a lot of beasts. Dark Iron Dwarf. We'll probably Dark Iron Dwarf on the Acolyte of Pain to get rid of the Stormwind Knight. That makes the most sense right now, I think. Or do I want to do it on the Buzzard? I don't want to do it on the Buzzard, because I can play the Scavenging Hyena next turn if that stays alive for more card draw, so... You know, this guy's kind of served his purpose, so we're going to send him to his death. And he's going to give me cards for it, which is wonderful. I feel like I robbed them from his grave, which doesn't really feel right. There we go. We've got an edge right now. We've got an edge in pretty much all aspects. The only problem we now have is that he's got that Doomhammer and he's going to be able to use that. Dread Corsair comes out cheap as well thanks to that. Totem comes down. Since he's playing those in order, that means he doesn't have any high cost cards he could really use here. So he's probably going to get rid of my Buzzard. That's the only thing he can actually get rid of. I mean, he could beat on my Dark Iron Dwarf twice, but that's actually suicide. Stupid thing to do, so I can't imagine he's going to do that. He's going to get rid of my Buzzard. And maybe he goes for me. And he might be kind and even hit my Acolyte of Pain, but... Oh, is he going to hit it? No, he's going to go for me. Of course he is. Alright, that's got a lot of charges on it, so that Doomhammer's going to be around for a while, and something I'm going to have to consider, irritatingly enough. Cool, we have a stealth creature out. Alright, what options do we have? Frostwolf Warlord, Scavenging Hyena. The Silence. Not using that on a Dread Corsair, that's wasteful in my opinion. I think first we Flare. I'm going to lose the stealth this turn anyway. I get a Taunt out of it. Exactly what I needed, as it turns out. So, Taunt goes down. We have an Explosive Shot, which would get rid of these. I'm thinking that might be the play right now. They're not very strong, but they're stuff, and I don't like stuff, so I'm getting rid of it. Pop, pop. Alright, now we can get rid of the Dread Corsair. This is in the way, so he can't use his Doomhammer on me, and then we just deal 6 damage to him. And now he's in a world of hurt. And next turn we have the Frostwolf Warlord, so that can make things even more interesting. And we can start to plink away at him with Steady Shot as well. He's dead next turn unless he can do something to stop what's going on. The fact that he played a Totem immediately makes me think he doesn't really have any options. I wonder what's in his hand then that he doesn't want to play. 5 cards? He must have something he can play. What's he got? A Flame Tongue? That's not going to help him. Not this turn. He needs Taunt. Or removal. He doesn't currently have either. Unbound Element. Nope, not going to help him. He's playing everything he's got. He's dead. Because he can't get through this. Unless he has an Earth Shock. No, even then, he's toast. He's utterly toast. He just doesn't know it yet. He's thinking of ways out, but he doesn't have them. Anytime. Yep. Look at it's time for you to GG. There we go. That was a better set of games. Well, I say set, one game. I am very, very, very sorry. I failed horribly. I may be downgraded to second lieutenant of the arena.